We'll go ahead and get started. First question, Mark Berman.
Hey, Stephen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. I'd like just if I could ask you two questions. One is your starting lineup, and maybe you could comment on the pieces you're getting back now from Milwaukee, given that y'all have officially announced it.
Yeah, so we're starting Wall, Oladipo, House, Tate, and Wood. And as far as the two DJs, I'm excited about both of them. I'm excited about DJ Augustin. I coached him in Charlotte for a couple of years and know what he brings as far as professionalism, as far as shot making, as far as getting a team organized. And he's very excited to be here, which is great. And then DJ Wilson, I don't really know him very well, but he's a big body, live body, hasn't really gotten a chance to kind of show what he can do. So he'll get an opportunity here to play some and we'll kind of figure out exactly what his strengths are and how he fits in with the group. But yeah, we're definitely excited to have both guys.
Thank you.
Zach Allen.
Hey, Coach. Hey, how do you like Kenyon Martin's defense? He's been pretty dominant on the help side of the ball away from the defender, Coach.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. He's listening, learning, getting better every day. The time in the G League bubble was very good for him. He's obviously quick twitch and he's elite athlete, but he does it in a smart way. Like you said, when he's on the weak side, he's early to help and he is athletic enough to kind of cover up some mistakes. So yeah, his weak side defense has been very good.
Crystal Saltis.
Hello, Coach. I would like to ask you, how important for you as a team is to carry on the second half effort of the last game, and how different is the dynamic tonight with Victor, with John, with Christian on the court?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely want to carry over from the last second half, but we wanted to carry over from the previous second half that we had. I guess it was the Boston game. So yeah, the second halves, we got to do better in the first half. And that should be our goal tonight, is to have a full 48 minutes of good basketball, regardless of the adversities that we go through, and kind of stick with it and not have those dips in our play. As far as having the whole group, it's really good to have the whole roster. It's great to have those guys starting and playing together. It's great to have some depth off the bench from guys who have had opportunities to start and play a lot of minutes, and now they're kind of going into a backup role, which is a little bit of an adjustment. I think it's going to be an adjustment for everybody because we haven't had this group together on the floor all season, basically. So definitely looking forward to it. I'm sure it'll be a little bit disjointed at times, but we are going to have our best group on the floor tonight, and that's good for us, and that's good for Rockets fans for sure.
Adam Spaulding.
Are the two DJs available tonight?
Yes, they are.
And you guys have had, with Vic and John, especially with the back-to-backs, it's been kind of a struggle finding, point guards, essentially. Just how much pressure does having Augustine alleviate that problem?
It alleviates it a lot with the back-to-back situation for sure, and with Eric out, it solidifies that backup spot with him and Kevin Porter Jr. having the ability to bring ball up the floor, get us organized, play pick and roll, do all the things the point guards do. It's really good. So the thing I've been thinking a lot about over the last however many hours since the trade is making sure that when John and Vic are on the floor, or when KP and DJ are on the floor, or when DJ and Vic are on the floor, that everybody's able to play to their strengths, and that they are, if certain guys are off the ball, they're still kind of included and still, in the mix as far as spacing or actions towards them or whatever. I don't want one guy kind of dominating the ball and the other guy not getting an opportunity to do stuff. So that'll be something that kind of comes together over the next little while. But that's a great problem to have because we haven't had that issue basically all season.
Brian Beerfield.
Coach, I know that their record doesn't speak volumes for them, but the Pistons are a very tough team, and they just broke their 4-game losing streak. Going up against them, was it hard to plan for them? And my last question is, it kind of feels good though to have the wow factor back, right?
Yeah, it does feel good to have the wow factor back. We're trying to get a win. You know, the preparation for this game was like every other game. Every team creates problems. This team creates problems with Grant and his isolations, Bay and his isolations, Plumlee with his roles and his offensive rebounding. And they, as you alluded to, they're a play hard team. So we're going to have to play hard to win the game. But this is very much about us tonight because we have work to do. We have a streak to break, and we all have to be on one accord.
Jonathan Fagan.
I realize the starting lineup has never played together, I don't believe. No, I don't think so, or not much. And you have other guys coming in, but they're such veteran people. Do you think it's a longer process, or can it happen pretty quickly to develop a familiarity with each other?
I hope it's quick. It kind of remains to be seen. I do think veteran players have a way, a way of being able to figure things out, fit in, get their role defined sooner than a younger guy. So with Vic and John and DJ on the floor with Christian and, House, we do have some guys who played a bunch of NBA games, and we went over the offense and defense with Augustin and Wilson, and they picked it up pretty quickly. It remains to be seen how they're able to do it during the game, but DJ Augustin's been on a bunch of teams and been in a bunch of systems and basically seen everything. So to answer your question, yeah, it should be hopefully a little bit easier transition for those guys because they have played a bunch of games, but we do have our younger guys. We have Tate, we have Porter Jr., and we have KJ Martin. So we have a mixture of the older and the younger, and that's good. It's a good thing.
Thank you.
We'll take 2 more. Adam Spolin.
With the guard rotation, are you going to basically let everyone essentially play together at some point? And especially with Kevin, what do you want to see from him when he has to be off the ball a little bit more?
Yeah, I kind of want him to, so he made some spot up threes last game. That was good for him, to get some rhythm shots created by somebody else where he doesn't have to do all the work to get his shot. So that's one of the things that we're looking forward to with him on the floor and off the ball. He'll have the ball a lot when he's on the floor, and that'll be, kind of a work in progress with the group. It'll take some practice and take some games and that sort of thing. But, overall, as far as making sure that those guys are getting the minutes that they need and playing in a way that the team is successful, is going to be, a process, just like everything else. So as far as all of those guys playing together, it'll be hard. But yeah, you might see 3 of them together at one time for sure.
And last question, Zach Allen.
Hey, Coach. Hey, I know it's March Madness. Could you share your Final Four with us if it's possible, Coach?
Oh, man, I didn't even do a bracket, man. I didn't even realize it was March Madness. I mean, I followed Patrick Ewing, and I knew that he was going to the tournament. But honestly, I don't even know who they play. I've been so into the Rockets for the last however many months. I caught a little bit of, I don't even know which game I watched. Florida, Virginia Tech today, maybe. I think they played, but I don't have a Final Four. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Coach.